Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by, and tonight is another insomnia night. And tonight I'm having insomnia because I'm very anxious about my manuscript preparation, and since it's something that I no longer have any control over, it's making me really anxious because I want to get it over with. So I had previously mentioned in my other video, when I have an insomnia night, the first thing I do is I check my body, I do an assessment, I take care of my needs, and then finally I try to take something to help me sleep. The last time I was having an insomnia night, I took some glycine and I went right to sleep, but now I am out of glycine. I have other things that I take, and tonight I will be taking some beef gelatin. I will take 1 tablespoon of beef gelatin because that's the serving size, and that is 10 grams of protein. And in these 10 grams of protein, there's about 3 grams of glycine. And glycine is a very important amino acid for sleep. There are 3 things that glycine does inside the body that makes it easier for you to get to sleep, to fall asleep, and allow you to become relaxed. So the first thing it does is it dilates your blood vessels and it sends the blood to your extremities. This reduces your core temperature and you are able to fall asleep. Now it keeps you asleep by participating in serotonin production. And finally, another way that glycine works in your body is by binding to a receptor that allows a channel to open, that allows positive ions to flow through. And I will link that blog post below so you can get a little more detail on that. And in my mind, I think that one of those positive ions are magnesium, and I will also be taking some magnesium glycinate. This is a magnesium ion attached to glycine. And this makes me feel calm, it relaxes my body, it eases my racing thoughts. And well, right now, tonight, we will see how it goes with the racing thoughts because I am really wired right now. And the way magnesium works is by converting 5-HTP to serotonin. Now, I know a lot of us have heard about 5-HTP and many of us have taken 5-HTP, but because I haven't done enough research on it, I am not actually taking it right now for myself. So the magnesium will help to convert the 5-HTP that has already been formed in my body to serotonin. And serotonin is a part of the melatonin production pathway. And we always hear about serotonin making us feeling relaxed and this type of thing. The second way magnesium is important for sleep is because it increases GABA production. And GABA is one of the components in the melatonin formation pathway. The third way magnesium helps us to sleep is by converting N-acetyl serotonin to melatonin. And this is the so-called sleep hormone. But for me, I prefer to call it the sleep timer because the concentration of melatonin in our bodies fluctuates throughout the day. So at lower concentrations, it tells you it's time to be awake. And at higher concentrations, it tells us it's time to sleep. And at peak, it tells us it's twilight. Now, there are a lot of details about melatonin that are very interesting on how the body responds to it. And please find that in the blog post that I have linked below. Now, one of the uses for melatonin is for people that have experienced jet lag or periodic insomnia. But for people that suffer from fibromyalgia or other chronic illnesses that have chronic insomnia, melatonin is not really a good idea. For me personally, I find that whenever I take melatonin, I'm awake 4 hours later and then I'm like, what happened? You know, this is supposed to make me sleep all through the night. But after doing some research, I realized that since melatonin peaks in your body from 2 a.m. to about 4 a.m., my body thinks that when I take that melatonin and it peaks in my body, right after I take it, it's 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. So when the melatonin level drops, it thinks that it's twilight. It thinks that it's morning and it's time to wake up. So that is where that I only sleep 4 hours on melatonin comes from. So I prefer to take the supplements that are a part of the melatonin formation pathway, and my body can decide how to regulate the melatonin cycle on its own with the components that I have taken that contribute to the cycle rather than taking the melatonin itself. So I will link these products below that I take, and I will also include I'm out of it actually. I think I have one more time to take it and then it's finished. I will link the product below where I got this from. When you use this link, you get 5% off, and it also helps me out. So thank you in advance. And I hope that this video was helpful for you. I hope that you could learn that. I hope that you have learned something from it. And until then, live your best life and sleep well. Bye.